There is no greater honor for me than to be given the opportunity to be in the presence of a remarkable human being, our beloved friend, Elie Wiesel, who by the grace of God survived the most horrific torture of the human body, mind, and soul, unable to speak of it for years, and in his years of silence, perhaps living the nightmare over and over again, to finally find the will and strength to break the silence, to become the voice, the father of 6 million men, women, and children who cannot speak for themselves ever again. Ladies and gentlemen, the recipient of this year's prestigious William O. Douglas Award, Elie Wiesel.
You leaders and members of this marvelous organization, how can I really thank you? We sat, Marion and I were sitting, and each moment brought a surprise. Believe me, we didn't expect that. We thought, well, it's going to be one more event with people here or there, eating well, talking a lot, and then a few words, okay. Really, we were surprised, and thank you for the surprise. Now, the work that you have done is impressive. And while I listened to your testimonies, more or less, I thought, what would the world have been if you had been there in 1938, 39, with hundreds and thousands of men and women and children waiting for some gate to be open? I am sure it would have been a better world. And now, with all of these stories that I hear, what do they mean? Simply, I always believed, from the very beginning of my life, that God alone is alone. Human beings are not, and are not meant to be. We would not be who we are if we were closed and locked in our loneliness. It is because there is someone else, always someone else, that we can talk and listen and remember and bring life into this world. And of course I refer to my wife, Marion. Marion is to me more than many, many people know. It's true, I write books, but all the work that I have done, it's always with her. She is elegant, she's resolved, and always not only passionate, but clever, intelligent. She tells me what to do and what not to do, mainly what not to do. And in order to be honest, I must tell you, if I am here, it's because she said, I think this time you should go. I wouldn't have come. Forgive me, but I must tell you the truth, because usually we are so busy, both she in our foundation and I myself with my work teaching. I just ended a week, a great week, an inspiring week at Chapman University. And it would have been enough to go back to New York. In the meantime, we got, of course, notice that I have to go to Washington, both we have to go there, because the president is going to make a statement at the museum, the Holocaust Museum, and he wanted me to introduce him. So, we will do that. But yes, but at the same time, when I heard what you were doing, I was very pleased because law is the basis of civilization. Law is a tower. Law is a gate. And we are all working in its shadow to bring more light and receive more light from law. Without it is perversion. Perversion out of nothingness. But worst of all, when law is corrupt, it is a disaster. You better than anyone else know that Germany began going down when it corrupted the law, when the law was no longer there to protect, but on the contrary, to imprison and to hurt and to kill. The law didn't change there then. The judicial system remained almost totally the same when Hitler came. It did not change. And maybe that's the reason why it went from darkness to darkness. I don't know. I don't know how a country or a nation or a family could survive intelligently, humanly, without the respect for the law. And therefore you, who actually use the law for extraordinarily moral reasons to help those who need help and to open the gates to those who need the gates to be opened. I speak to you as one who spent most of his life until I came here as a refugee and stateless. You don't know what it means to be stateless. They couldn't move without some document. Couldn't cross a border without the police asking, what are you going to do here? The day I got the American citizenship, I quickly went to the passport office. The first thing I did, to get a passport. I never had a passport. And therefore, I understand what you are doing, the importance of what you are doing to those who need passports, who need certainties, who need help. Nancy, friend, we have done so many things together in Congress, thanks to you. But always, what we had in mind, of course, on my side, is to celebrate and glorify memory. And you, simply to bring America into a new awareness that without memory, it wouldn't work for America. And that's how actually we created a museum. And we created a National Day of Remembrance every year. I cannot tell you enough how proud I am to be American. We always speak about it, Marion and I. How proud we should be and how proud we are. And also how proud we both are to be here with you tonight. I remember in my little town, we told the story that one morning, father and son got up early and went either to the house of study or prayer. All of a sudden, the father saw a golden coin on the ground. So he said to his son, pick it up. He picked it up. And the father said, my son, you see, if you get up early, you find a coin. And the son said, but Dad, the guy who lost it got up even earlier. But the main thing is, they gave up their sleep and went to study or teach. I believe this is what we must do, not to sleep well when people suffer anywhere in the world. Not to sleep well when some are persecuted. Not to sleep well when people are hungry all over, here or there. Not to sleep well when there are people sick and nobody is there to help them. Not to sleep well when anyone somewhere needs you. You don't sleep well. And for this, really, much more than for anything else in the beginning, we are very grateful to you. Continue. Thank you.